Hello, this is Laura. Today, I want to talk about something that almost everyone quietly searches for at some point in life: purpose, not success, not money, not status, but purpose. That deep feeling that what I'm doing actually matters, that my life is not random, that my effort has meaning. If you have ever felt lost, confused, or unsure about your direction, this episode is for you. Let me start with something honest. Most people do not wake up one morning and suddenly discover their life purpose. It does not arrive like a lightning strike. It is not a dramatic moment with music in the background. Purpose is usually discovered slowly, quietly, through experience, through struggle, through reflection. Many people feel pressured to find their purpose, as if it is a hidden object somewhere waiting to be discovered. And that pressure creates anxiety. You see others who seem confident, who say they always knew what they wanted, and you start thinking, what is wrong with me? Why don't I know? But here is the truth. Not knowing is part of the process. Confusion is not failure. It is exploration. Purpose is not something you find. It is something you build. Let that sink in. You build it through the choices you make, through the skills you develop, through the people you help, through the problems you decide to solve. Purpose grows when your actions align with your values. So the first step in finding purpose is understanding yourself. What do you care about deeply? What frustrates you about the world? What kind of conversations make you feel alive? What kind of activities make you forget time? These are clues. Purpose leaves clues in your interests, your pain, and your curiosity. Sometimes purpose is connected to your struggle. The challenges you have faced often reveal what matters to you. If you struggled with confidence, maybe your purpose connects to helping others believe in themselves. If you struggled financially, maybe your purpose connects to building stability or teaching financial literacy. Pain can become direction. Another important truth is that purpose does not have to be grand or global. It does not have to change the entire world. Sometimes purpose is simply using your strength to improve the lives of people around you. It can be raising a family with intention. It can be building a business ethically. It can be creating art that inspires. It can be teaching. It can be leading. It can be serving. Purpose is not about fame. It is about contribution. Let's talk about contribution for a moment. When you focus only on yourself, life feels empty quickly. But when you focus on how you can contribute, something changes internally. Contribution creates meaning. Even small acts of service can create a sense of purpose. Helping one person, teaching one skill, solving one problem. Meaning grows through impact. Now here is something important. You do not need to have everything figured out to move forward. Clarity often comes after action, not before. Many people wait to feel completely sure before they try something new. But purpose is discovered through experimentation. Try different paths, learn new skills, meet new people, experience different environments. Every experience teaches you something about yourself. There is also a difference between passion and purpose. Passion is excitement. It is energy. It is the enthusiasm. Purpose is deeper. Purpose is commitment even when excitement fades. There will be days when you do not feel motivated. There will be days when progress feels slow. Purpose keeps you going during those moments. Let's talk about comparison. Comparison destroys clarity. When you constantly look at someone else's path, you disconnect from your own. Purpose is personal. It is unique to your experiences, your personality, your values. If you copy someone else's definition of success, you may achieve it and still feel empty. Another powerful element is growth. Purpose often lives at the edge of your comfort zone. When you challenge yourself, when you improve, when you expand your abilities, you feel alive. Stagnation creates emptiness. Growth creates energy. Now I want to speak directly to you. If you feel lost right now, it does not mean you have no purpose. It means you are in a season of searching. And searching is powerful. Searching means you care. Searching means you want more than survival. You want meaning. Ask yourself this question. If fear was not a factor, what would I try? Sometimes fear hides purpose. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of instability. But growth always requires some level of uncertainty. Purpose is also connected to values. What principles are non-negotiable for you? Integrity? Freedom? Creativity? Stability? Service? When your daily life aligns with your core values, you feel grounded. When it does not, you feel internal conflict. That internal conflict is often a signal. Let's talk about long-term vision. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. What kind of person do you want to become? Not what you want to own, not what title you want, but who do you want to be? Confident? Wise? Kind? Independent? Strong? Purpose is often about becoming, not just achieving. There's also something powerful about small, consistent actions. You do not discover purpose in one big decision. You discover it in daily choices. Reading instead of scrolling. Learning instead of avoiding. Taking responsibility instead of blaming. Every small intentional action builds identity, and identity shapes direction. Sometimes, purpose changes. What felt meaningful at 20 may not feel meaningful at 35. That is normal. Growth changes perspective. Do not be afraid to evolve. Reinvention is not weakness. It is awareness. Let me share something personal in this moment. There were times in my life when I felt uncertain, when I questioned my direction, but I realized something important. Purpose is not something outside of me. It grows when I act with intention. When I help, when I learn, when I improve, when I speak honestly, when I show up consistently. And here is the most powerful part. You do not need to find your entire life purpose today. You only need to find your next meaningful step. One step, one decision, one action aligned with who you want to become. Purpose is built daily, quietly, intentionally. Now I want you to reflect. What makes you feel useful? What kind of problems do you feel drawn to solve? What kind of person do you admire? Write it down. Clarity increases when thoughts move from your mind to paper. If this episode resonated with you, write in the comments. I am building my purpose step by step, and tell me one action you will take this week to move closer to meaning. If you found value in this conversation, like this video and subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, you are choosing growth. You are choosing reflection. You are choosing to live intentionally. This is Laura. Remember, purpose is not something you wait for. It is something you create, and your life becomes meaningful the moment you decide to live it with intention.